Welcome to the Charcoal Barbecue Kitchen, where everything is cooked with charcoal, and today we're going to be cooking up a piece of salmon. I'm going to use a cedar plank. However, I don't like leaving the cedar plank solid because I think it blocks the heat to the bottom part of the fish. So I drilled some holes, and I even question the validity of the cedar plank method because I think a cast iron grate that looks like this would do exactly the same thing. I think there's very, very little flavor coming from the cedar plank. But I'm going to use this cedar plank because I had it lying around in my house. And we're going to soak it in some water so it doesn't burn. And then get our charcoal fire started here. And then I've oiled up the cedar plank, similar to a frying pan. And then we're going to put the salmon on the cedar plank and put a nice rub on it. And I recommend the La Grill salmon seasoning, which is really flavorful. And you want to liberally coat the top side of the salmon fillet there. And then we're going to smoke this and cook this indirect. You have to cook it indirect, otherwise the cedar plank will ignite. And we're also going to be cooking some French fries or some chips with our fish. And I like to use applewood or alder wood to smoke fish. So I think there's much more flavor coming from the smoking chips than the cedar plank. I've also created a glaze of honey, lemon juice, and dill. And you want to glaze the salmon 2 or 3 times during the cook. It's been cooking about 10 minutes, and I'm going to rotate the plank so the other side of the fish is exposed to the heat. And then also you can move the piece of salmon on the plank as well slightly so that the holes are hitting different parts of the salmon. And right now we're just applying the glaze that I've created here. And like I said, you want to apply that 2 or 3 times during the cook. I'm cooking this very hot. It's almost 600 Fahrenheit in my barbecue here. You don't need to be afraid to go very hot because it takes quite a while to cook this, maybe 25 plus minutes. And we're looking for an internal temperature of 145 degrees in the deepest section, similar to a beef roast or a piece of pork for that matter. So it's done. 146 in the deepest part. The color is just amazing. The lighting is washing this out on this particular video. I've got a better lighting here. Look at that crust, folks. Wow. It looks smoky. Looks nicely glazed. We're cutting into that. It's just absolutely something. The edges are crispy that were hanging off the edge of the plank. I do not believe the cedar plank has imparted much flavor, but it's delicious.